Yo, what's up? This is C4K. Today I'm going to talk about this.
돌아가는 시간 내가 틀에 박힌 사람 Mr. 1K 여기 온 이유를 그대 아나 그건 하나.
This is pariah seats in the public transportation, and many countries has this type of pariah seats for old, infirm, or disabled. But there is something peculiar about these seats in Korea, especially in the subway. We keep it empty even though there aren't those people who need it for this. Why? Before going into the topics, smash that like and subscribe button and also the notification bell. Subway is the most popular public transportation in Korea. Most of the people use subway to go to work, to go to downtown, wherever you want to go. If you look at the map, it is pretty complicated. The capital city, Seoul, is pretty large. So if you want to travel from the tip of the east to the west, it might take 1.5 hours or 2 hours. It's a long trip. If you expand it to the capital area, it will take more longer. Citizens using this subway is like the essential public transportation in Korea. In Korea, especially the elders tend to be more respected. So we do learn to yield the seats to the elders. In Europe and many other countries, it is similar, and I believe is a good behavior. Also, beside the pariah seats, many people yield their seats for the elders. Of course, it's not an obligation, so not everyone does that. So what is different from the other countries? The pariah seats are 100%. If you look into the Korean metro, there are 12 pariah seats in one block. And you notice, even though there are no elders, it is always empty. Because the young people like me, I believe I'm still young, just leave it empty. We'd just rather stand up. In the beginning, we don't even attempt to sit on that seat, as it is not our seat, unless I'm really tired. You might say, why don't you just sit and stand up when the elders come? That's right, but it's not that simple. There are certain points which is really hard to distinguish the elders. Many Westerners say it is hard to distinguish Asians' age. When the person gets older than 50, it is hard to recognize their age. There might be a person whose age of over 60s. If you see the age of person who's 60s, if I yield the seats for them, sometimes they don't like it because it is recognized as their old person. And it depends on the perspective. To someone else, 60 might be old, and to someone else, it is young. It is really not easy unless the person is really old. And the problem is, some of old people take this as a privilege. When the person is sitting in the pariah seats, they come in front and they give some pressure to them. And also for these reasons, there are some arguments going on around for the seats too. So many young people, just like me, wants to just avoid those kind of situations too. And also sitting there, you have to keep watching who's gonna come in front of me in every stop. So I have to keep paying attention to that. It is really uncomfortable. So those seats are just recognized as just for the elders. Many young people just not bother sitting there. There is one more special seat in Korean subways. It is a seat for the pregnant woman. I like the idea, but there has been a controversy on this. First, it is hard to recognize who is pregnant or not. You can't just judge the woman with a big belly pregnant. I heard that one person yielded the seat for a lady. That lady wasn't pregnant, and she got really mad at that. So this kind of things happens. Some people are abusing this. Some women who are definitely not pregnant just sit there. Many people are saying, is that seat just for the woman? So the government tried to come up with different ideas, distributing the badges for the pregnant woman, and when they come in front and people might see it, yield the seat for them. This wasn't really effective because when you're on the subway, we don't look around that much nowadays. We have our earphones and we just watch our smartphone, we watch a movie, playing games. You don't even recognize when somebody's just standing in front of you. So in Busan, they came up with different ideas. Install these lights in these seats. The badges has some kind of devices. So when the pregnant woman comes nearby, the lights turns on. The person who's sitting there recognize it and yield the seat for the pregnant woman. And I think it was a good idea. On the bus, there are also these pariah seats. but it's not more distinguishable. There are less seats. Unlike subway, it's not always empty. Most of those seats are in the front of the bus. Now you know why those seats in the subway is always empty. Okay, that's it for today. If you want more interesting topic, please write down the comments and you know what to do. Thanks for watching.